AI.
So the year is like 2030, and then global warming has set in, and all the polar ice caps are melting, and Morgan Freeman's there explaining it because he's dead, but he's in the future, and he's explaining what happened to all of the goddamn ice caps and why they melted, and it's because global warming did it, and then the year cuts to 2072, and then wait, what year was it before? Whatever. But it's like 100 years in the future from the last age, and then it's in an ice age. Like an ice age happens, and then after an ice age happens, then Brad Pitt is born, and then the ice age starts to die down. But from the nuclear factories, the radioactive isotopes had made the snow radioactive, and there's these giant ass snowmen start coming out of the ground and attacking humanity. And they developed the technology to make snowball guns, and the humans developed the technology to make fire guns. And so it's World War 37 and a half. Humans versus snowmen. And then this giant ass snowman named Cthulhu. It's like the real Cthulhu, but the real Cthulhu is dead because the snowman killed him. Because he's a snowman. And then Brad Pitt launches a missile strike on himself that kills himself. And then Morgan Freeman is there explaining it. And Channing Tatum's also there. And he's just killing snowmen. And then 100 years pass, and the snowmen develop cloud building technology. And Morgan Freeman's still dead, but he's still explaining shit. And Channing Tatum's about to die because he's super old, and he leads the rebellion. He's like John Connor in the Terminator, except this isn't the Terminator, this is the Snowminator. And there's giant snowmen trying to kill humanity. And they build these giant ass cloud machines that can take out the clouds and make it rain.
Shut the fuck up.
It rains snow, nigga. And after it's raining snow, like there's this, like Cthulhu comes back. They thought they killed him, but they didn't kill him. And then he comes for Channing Tatum. After he comes for Channing Tatum, and Channing Tatum's old, he's like, oh, you finally got me, blah. And he stomps on Channing Tatum, and he screams in the sky, nigga! And the snowmen have evolved, and they're starting wearing the top hats, and they're like, snowmen are cold now, and they got like a sweater with a top hat and some mittens, but they also like evil as shit because they can speak English now, and it's like 1,000 years in the future, and they use their cloud building machines to blanket the entire United States with clouds. And then Channing Tatum died like 1,000 years ago, and Morgan Freeman's still explaining shit. And Brad Pitt, they all forgot about him launching a nuke on himself to kill the snowman and evaporate their ass, but they just rebuilt cloud building machines that came back, and his death was really for nothing. And Christian Bale is born, and he's like, he tries to lead another resistance, but a Snowminator sniffs him out and kills him, and then the resistance has nowhere to go, and so the snowmen prevail in killing humanity, and they kill all the humans, and the snowman race rises, and then they take over the universe in a snowmocraft, and they discombobulate the molecular structure of the entire universe with snowman logic, and they make it snow in space. Space snow. World War 38. This is the fourth part of the movie, which is the last part, and before the sequel. And then after they take over space, they become primordial interdimensional beings, and they can switch from one dimension to another, and they just start taking over other dimensions as snowman, evil snowman. And then they go to hell where they can't survive, and they all die in hell because it's too hot. There's no snow there. But then Cthulhu comes out of the fucking ground with a cloud building machine, and he builds a cloud in hell, and it starts snowing in hell. And then everybody who said when hell freezes over lost their bet, because actually hell did freeze over because Cthulhu froze it over, the giant goddamn snowman. And then old Brown Tucker gets released from Browntown, and then he doesn't get beat no more because he died like 1,000 years ago. Old Brown Tucker, the diabolical nigger motherfucker. And then George Floyd is there, and he helps fight Cthulhu. And then it all ends with them standing on Cthulhu's neck, like fucking George Floyd put his ass in a George Floyd headlock, fucking standing on his neck, like it turned his neck into a Kit Kat commercial and shit. And then Cthulhu's begging for help, but they're like, nah, nigga. And then that ends racism, but all the humans are dead, and now there's aliens. There's blue aliens. This is the sequel. It's and then Cthulhu comes back, but as a water monster. And then the water monsters then build cloud building machines, and they start making it rain snow again. And Cthulhu is reincarnated, and he starts taking over other universes, and he kills God. And then he fucking is in a boxing mat with Jesus, and then he beats the fuck out of Jesus like Mike Tyson fighting fucking Floyd Mayweather on a Sunday night, with Jake Paul jacking off in a fucking high tower with Morgan Freeman's ass on the goddamn windshield. And then Morgan Freeman's still explaining shit. Channing Tatum's dead. Christian Bale died. And Brad Pitt killed himself.
Hold on, I gotta. Wow.
Said that.
Wow.